A 2-0 there, and now we move into our A tier games. So we'll start with Khrane and DM. Khrane versus Darkmatter. So we have T versus. I don't know what Khrane is. I'm kind of open for TVP. So spawning in the top left-hand position as the purple Terran, we have Darkmatter. And in the bottom right-hand position as the brown Protoss, orange Protoss. Brown? Let's try that again. As the orange Protoss, we have Khrane. Darkmatter, a generally quite solid Terran. Been around for a while. Apparently Kicks his mom is getting a shout out. I don't know if that's a joke or if that's like something serious. The second line, I guess, makes me think it's actually something serious. Darkmatter says yup, so hopefully it's not too serious. And we'll see how Khrane's Protoss looks. I know Darkmatter's pretty strong overall. Definitely has some solid TVC. I've played against that a decent amount. I don't know as much about his TVP, but I think he's sitting at like 17 or 1800, so he should be decent. Hopefully I'm not totally wrong on this, but that's what I remember. He was one of the stronger players in the last CPL. Blocking off that mineral patch from probes from running around in circles all day long. And gateway here for Khrane. Everyone that likes to build in the back of their base. I don't know. It's not for me. I like my gateways up here, close to the ramp. Barracks goes down for Darkmatter. And the gas on 12, so no super fast gas for some sort of unexpected, slightly faster FD type timing. And an SCV scout out for Darkmatter. No harass zealot from Protoss, just straight into core. Probably a good thing since they are cross positions. And it looks like Darkmatter not too worried about any sort of proxies or the like, as he is just going to go ahead and go right through the center. Protoss, on the other hand, does opt to go through the center, which is going to be very convenient for him, as he's going to go straight to Darkmatter's base, even if he didn't find any suspicious activity in the center of the map. First goon on the way. Looks like he's keeping everybody on gas, so we're not going to see 19 Nexus or 21 next, 1 goon next, 0 goon next, or anything like that. Sees the factory. Everything looks pretty normal. Actually, you should see 2 guys off gas, so it's looking like an FD here from Gorgonov. Or so he sees 2 guys off gas, only 1 guy on gas. So got the FD coming up here from Darkmatter. Dragoon out. We'll chase that scouting SCV away. We'll get one last look at the range. And another pylon goes up. So I think we're going to see a relatively standard TVP opening. Ooh, he's really trying to scout around with this SCV, but he might lose it as a result. Oh, it's going to be close. Dragoons usually get that last shot off at some point. It's so close. There it is. Man. SCV dies. And oh, Darkmatter is going to come. Oh, okay, that makes more sense. I was like, is he really going to command center at his ramp after scouting just normal Protoss? Oh, he's gonna bunker. That is really interesting. I guess he wants to do this to get like a really fast command center before his. Oh, he wants to do. I don't know what this build is. I don't recall ever seeing a Terran do this. This is very interesting. I would also be scared shitless of a run by here, but he's delayed his tank and gone for command center. So it's not really it's obviously not a rack CC, but it's like insta-fact CC. And now he's just gonna chill and wait for his range. Very standard, the typical 3 goon nexus, the age-old PVT standard that's been the standard for God knows at least a decade now. And all right, now there's less run by fear with that barracks there. Pretty good SCV timing there for repair. Nice assassination by Khrane, looking for the SCV coming down that side. In fact, very nice. So Darkmatter's not going to get confirmation that Protoss is going to be expanding. And Tank is now out, so he can do a little bit of anti-goon harassment. And of course, with only 3 Dragoons, limited harassment opportunity. With 4 Dragoons, tanks are very easily snipeable, but with just 3, not so much. Then you need 3 volleys, and that's a lot of bunker to eat. Although, this is only a 2 Marine bunker, not the most terrifying bunker. I've definitely won some games where Terran puts only 1 Marine in a bunker, and you realize that, and you just get ridiculously aggressive, killing everything in the bunker. And we got Observatory going. Oh, Dragoon's running in there, but they take a siege tank shot, and down goes a Dragoon. And then back to Unsiege for Darkmatter. Just happily working off that, getting a very fast armory and academy, so very tech-heavy, information-heavy play here from Darkmatter. So yeah, Khrane can definitely get away with that fast Nexus. Even off of 2 gates, can certainly do that. Putting a Dragoon on the ramp, blocking. Oh, nope, never mind. Taking the Dragoon back off, putting the Dragoon back on the ramp. First Vulture out for Darkmatter, getting his Vulture speed before mines. Interesting. Maybe gonna hope to sneak that Vulture in somewhere, but Khrane is pretty well set up. Second factory up for Darkmatter, and of course immediately that 1 attack upgrade. So again, this will be very fast 2-1 here from Darkmatter, and we've got the Observer on the way. And of course, nothing yet to detect observers. So the only way this observer dies is if Darkmatter is insanely observant and it flies it over the bunker and scans it right then, or right now. And Darkmatter sieging up. And Observer comes into the base. And is going to see the 2 factories, the lack of factories in general, which will kind of make him feel, alright, well, I'm not going to get attacked early. Mines? Without mines, this is not scary. If there's mines, this is kind of annoying. But doing his best to get on top, but yeah, that Dragoon is just going to hold off those 3 Vultures pretty easily. And Command Center starts here for Darkmatter. And Vultures think about running in, but 2 Indie Dragoons well positioned here for Khrane, so dealing with the initial Vultures just fine. Will Darkmatter realize what's going on? No, a bit late. And 1 Vulture escapes by the skin of his teeth while the other 3 are picked off. So still absolutely no map presence for Darkmatter, and of course, given the build he is doing, and the speed with which he got the tech that he's getting, he doesn't have really the ability to even be on the map. We can see very low tank count here. So he's very susceptible to a bust right now. Like, if Khrane would have thrown down like 4 or 5 gateways and bulldogged him, it would have been a bit scary for Darkmatter. However, Darkmatter does have these comsat. Oh, wait, he hasn't scanned? Oh, he has not scanned. Okay, that's a bit risky there, in my opinion, then. Because, I mean, if Protoss had made a shuttle, 100% Protoss just bulldogs the living daylight out of this with the shuttle and runs over this base trying to get set up, and Darkmatter loses some very, very crucial early tanks. And he's only working off 2 factories, so like, yeah, this is greedy by Darkmatter to take the base like this without having burned a scan to do so, and he still hasn't burned a scan. A little bit more queuing than I'd like to see here from Khrane. That's some pretty deep queuing this early on. So tying up quite a few minerals in these gateways, more so than necessary. Opting for a pretty fast forge, which also surprises me because he sees double machine shop 2-fact. Don't need a forge that fast when you're seeing that with your observer. And this observer might die, but I think it's just going to get chased away. Yeah, it just gets chased away. You can see the factories. Why did he go for such a fast forge? Unless he just really wants fast upgrades. But, eh. Oh, Darkmatter, start that. Your whole build is about like these super fast upgrades. Come on, man. Where's your science facility, bro? Bro! Why race for that if you... Wait. Oh, he does have a science facility. Alright, never mind. We good. We good. I just didn't see it hidden back up there because this thing blocks it. This is so tech heavy, and of course the supplies reflect how much he's investing in this tech. He's way behind in supply, but it's not really a sign of being that far behind. But he's still very vulnerable. I mean, a shuttle over here, like, is still terrifying. This is so greedy from Darkmatter. I think this is the first time he burned some scans. He's finally burned a scan now. Is checking a little bit what's going on. Oh, he actually has made a dropship. So let's see how quick the reactions are from Khrane. They're actually pretty sluggish, but tanks have a tendency to want to target cannons first. And now he's going to try to get out of there. Unfortunately, that tank is in range of the cannon. And decent escape from the dropship. Does lose the tank, though. And Khrane expanding, responding by grabbing another Nexus. But as Darkmatter continues to eco up, this is going to get pretty scary here for Khrane. I mean, Darkmatter is going to have a very strong army at about 13-14 minutes with some crazy upgrades. Alright, so we're missing a few gateways here. Although maybe he just doesn't have enough money to make out of them as he continues to expand it and get his arbiters out, responding with some decently fast arbiters of his own. And now the factory explosion happening from Darkmatter as he goes straight up to 8 factories, feeling that eco kicking in. Continuing to produce out of these two and just getting all the others online. Protoss still holding a supply advantage, but that should narrow a little bit here once Darkmatter starts macroing out of those factories. And Protoss is now going to be a little bit scared, being like, holy shit, Terran is suddenly on as many factories as I am on gateways. Dropship. Why does this dropship look like it has room for more stuff? I don't like that. Ah, that's so annoying. That's so annoying. Where's he unloading? Is it over here? No, it's over there. Okay, nothing over here. The worst, though, is when Terran drops, like, 2 or, God forbid, 4 tanks up here, and then runs the speed volts up here and mines this thing the fuck up. Oh, nightmares. Nightmares. Alright, so we got a few vultures running around the map. 2-1. Well, actually, no, he's not getting armor, but 2-0 is on the way pretty soon here from Terran. Ah, no, you gotta run the vultures up here and mine this shit up. Then it's the worst. But although right here the tank is vulnerable. Like when the tanks are here and the vultures mine all this up. Aha. It's gonna kill this pylon, which is like a nuisance, but it's kind of trivial. Khrane needs actually doing a pretty good job adding gateways. So we got 4, 5, 6, got 10 gateways, make that 13 gateways from Khrane. So yeah, actually getting a pretty nice gateway count now. So Darkmatter still not having the largest army we've ever seen. Still not getting that armor upgrade, which is going to bother me just a little bit. Should have an arbiter out, right? Close to? Yeah, we got an arbiter. A few vultures going to run straight into the giant Protoss army, and unfortunately they are on mine command. Okay, eats a mine. Maybe going to eat a few more mines. Ob's a little out of place. Army kind of going everywhere. Has a few Templar in this. So overall, I like the composition. This is very unfortunate if these guys walk the wrong way. They're very exposed right now. Ah, and over here, we have some tanks getting a little bit of work done. Clearing out some of the probes mining at this base. In fact, I don't think any of them were Maynard away either. I don't recall seeing them being moved on the map. And the number here doesn't really suggest there was a Maynard done either. A few vultures still sitting in the top base obnoxiously. And so that's going to force Khrane to split off a bit of his army to deal with this. And it looks like he will get by these mines. Okay, and for some reason turns his Dragoons around. Then he needs to unsplit these from the hotkey though. And now Darkmatter just about maxed. We got a lot of units that are chilling in the base that could be rallied out just a bit. Vessel on the way. Whoa, triple armories. Obviously forgot that he built this armory up in the corner. Either that or he wants to get his 3-1 and his what do you call them? Battlecruiser aerial upgrades as well in the weirdest TVP ever. And this is not initially managed very well by Khrane. Just kind of running into the edges of Darkmatter's giant army of doom. And that is a boatload of factories. 4 shops. That is 11 factory macro, folks. I honestly don't think he can like afford that. He's obviously not going to make many science vessels. All the tanks are on siege, though. That worries me a little bit. Darkmatter's hoping to just have enough. If these Templar get in here and rain down some storms, those would be some very powerful storms. And it looks like Darkmatter's trying to get out of there, but just trying to no-siege Protoss in this position here is not the best way to handle this. Although now most of the Zealots getting thinned and lots of reinforcements coming out from Darkmatter here. And Protoss, is he going to overstay his welcome? Maybe. The Vultures come in here, snipe off what remains of the Templar, and that eventually turns into an even trade. It's such an easy thing to do. You are having a good attack as Protoss, and you stay for, I don't even know, 10 seconds too long? And it goes from, yeah, that was a great trade, to, oh, shit. And let's face it, that is a lot of factories. We still have the, that's 6, 12, we got 15 gates from Khrane, which is a lot. We got 11 factories here from Darkmatter. Is he actually able to even make tanks out of all of these? Kind of? Kind of? Missing units in quite a few, though. And picking off a few of these units. And now it's just the question of how does Darkmatter deal with a Protoss that has cannibalized most of the map. Khrane has expanded very well. He's done a very good job getting gateways at most of his bases, and this is a pain to deal with. The only downside is that Khrane doesn't have gateways at any major base yet, so depending on where Darkmatter pushes, if Khrane gets pushed into his natural, he doesn't really have a very good way to defend small groups of tanks going out and harassing his other bases. And Darkmatter already kind of controlling this position on the map, splitting off a tank up to this base, but 2 gates are going to defend at least a single tank headed that way. However, Darkmatter is very on siege right now. He's moving up towards this top base, and it looks like Khrane wants to run in and go for an attack. All the Vultures are out of position, and a lot of tanks are not sieged. So we'll see, but the army is pretty small. Some storms going down. It's hitting some good ones. Nice snipe on that Templar. No more energy left, and Protoss immediately pushed back here. So Darkmatter right now proving to be too much from Khrane. The tank goes hero mode. That's not going to work out. And at the meantime, Darkmatter has split some tanks over to this bottom base, taking advantage of Khrane not paying attention, who is now almost certainly going to lose that base. Now, he doesn't know there's no mines, but he's focusing everything he can up here on this base, and Darkmatter is again unsieged. Reinforcements being sluggishly held up by this tank, and now the army of Khrane getting in position to have a pretty good flank. Nice splitting of Zealots on the mines, and Darkmatter sieging up over here. Dragoons are going to pick off this tank almost for free, so a bit of a split army situation here from Darkmatter, who is somehow going to scare Khrane away. Has lost the base over here, but it looks like he will finally clean up this army here from Darkmatter. Just a few tanks left over, and meanwhile Vultures at the bottom part of the base. That is a lot of mines, though. My god. Oh, wow. Not very many of them actually detonated. And Khrane does defend his top base, but he's lost one of them now. And equally important, Darkmatter is securing the left-hand base. He's keeping some macro going here in these factories. Although, just as I say that, we have a long idle period. Very long idle period here of factories with no macro. That's hurting him a bit. Oh, cancel it! He did not cancel it. Money was not refunded. So he does waste about 400 minerals with that command center attempt over there. But now Darkmatter does have this side of the map to start expanding to. And let's see, where is Protoss going from here? We got 2-0 upgrades. Darkmatter has 3-1. He's not upgrading his armor that fast. Protoss, where are your upgrades? Where? Oh yeah, your forge is over here. Is getting that second or third armor? Third armor. Third attack. Armor. Whoa! EMP goes down on the vessel. Oh, sneaky sneak. A small group of Zealots, but a few Vultures should get over there and take care of that quick and easy, no problem. Uh-oh, a few Zealots taking the wrong path, and it looks like Darkmatter is going to send his whole army over here. Zealots going ham on the SCVs for the moment, but the Vultures are coming in to clean this up, although the SCVs are getting some kills, and actually the Vultures are not fighting the SCVs. Eventually, I think they might, but Darkmatter's a bit distracted, dealing with this Protoss army in the middle, and actually some of his vultures are getting caught kind of over here on their own. Tanks are all sieged up, though, but the Zealots can run right on top of them. Beautiful D-matrices, though. Very smart of Darkmatter, and that is going to force Khrane's army right back. Has to turn around. Vultures now can move into position, and yeah, I don't know. Things looking set up for quite a long showdown. No player really gaining the upper hand yet. Darkmatter doing his job, securing the left half of Fighting Spirit. And of course Khrane has the right half. Still could have a few more gateways over here. We have had enough fights though that both players have been able to keep their money quite low. We can see though that Darkmatter has a very large supply advantage over Khrane. So I think he must be missing some macro right now. Not having a whole lot. Uh-oh. Actually, Darkmatter, is he going to be out of position right now and potentially lose this base? He might. He might. Although, actually, no, there's some vultures. That's going to be hard to break up. Oh no, Darkmatter loses some vessels needlessly. Most of his vessels, in fact. And it looks like we're going to sort of have a trade of bases here. Maybe? It's like, I keep feeling like Khrane is thinking about it, but like he's not committed to it yet. He's gonna send a DT over here. Does it get in? Oh, it's blocked. It's gonna derp around because he's gonna be way busy microing over here, I think. So that DT is not gonna do anything. He's definitely losing the base down here. He's coming up to try to defend, so he's not opted to attack the bottom position with his army and shut that base down. But that is a huge army from Darkmatter, and it's set up in a really good spot that's hard to attack. And it looks like Khrane is just melting trying to fight this. He's getting nowhere, and now Darkmatter takes an overwhelming victory, and it will probably result in Khrane losing at least his top bases, and probably this base as well, as Darkmatter splits tanks. In fact, so grievous the loss that Khrane just says GG. So Darkmatter's build and general pushing pull, or what do you call it? What's the word I'm thinking of? Shoot. I can't even think of it. Alright, well, we'll go into game 2 on Aztec. Can Khrane get some vengeance in the second game and even out the score? So, spawning in the top position as the purple Protoss, we have Khrane, and in the bottom right-hand position as the green Terran, we have Darkmatter. So notice Khrane has chosen Aztec, and what is one of the defining features of Aztec? A reverse ramp map. So, certainly something Darkmatter will be thinking about, I imagine, is some early game pressure or aggression from Khrane, and we'll see if he opts for that. And give me 1 sec, my phone is about to die. Don't die, phone. Don't die. Don't do it. I think it's alive. I think it's gonna survive. Alright. We're alive. Within reason. Whoa! Oh, what's that, F5? Yeah, okay. It is amazing how they managed to make the old school graphics look worse. Like, Brood War never looked that bad. Like, this looks decidedly worse than old school Brood War. And then, of course, there's the nice clean look of Remaster. Alright, so we do have a gateway here from Khrane, which we'd expect. But the question is he going to make a Zealot? Is he going to pressure down this reverse ramp? Is Darkmatter going to just CC on the high ground? No, he's not. He's going to make a barracks. And a gas, obviously. Bam. No forward gate, no committed Zealot pressure, nothing like that for Khrane. I guess he just likes Aztec. We'll see if he does make a Zealot in here. I am quite curious. Nope, no Zealot. Alright. Well, no Zealot pressure from Khrane. I was kind of thinking he might, just because reverse map and he picked Aztec, but clearly not the case. Darkmatter needs to put 2 more guys on gas. There we go. and has that first SCV out scouting around. And second gateway. Cybercore. Oh, actually, never mind. This is 10:15. Okay, so yeah, I was gonna say I had a feeling he was gonna want to do something aggressive since he since he picked Aztec, and indeed he has. Now let's see if Darkmatter's thought about this and thought, Aztec, you probably want to do something aggressive, don't you? Probes in, gonna get a look, and we'll see how Darkmatter decides to play this. Because of course the danger with 10:15, you know, is there's a lot of Dragoons. If you're just doing FD, there's enough Dragoons for sure to snipe your tank if you're not careful. If you're down the ramp, well, that's an awkward place to be. But you know, we'll see if Darkmatter plays this with Siege, and how he does this, because he could be in danger from the early goon pressure of this build. But he's got a goon queued in here and not making from there. That is not exactly what you want to do, Mr. Khrane, but he does get the Dragoon down. Could have optimized that a little bit. That's going to slow down his Dragoons slightly. Alright, so yeah, he's going to get the bunker up. That's smart. And just go into straight siege mode and defend with bunker and siege. So it's gonna hinge on some good bunker repairs here from Darkmatter to buy at least a little bit of time for that tank, and good initial tank control to avoid that tank getting sniped. Let's see how quickly Khrane gets up the Dragoon here. Nice, is paying good attention to that. Got the barracks down, command center going up. So similar build to what we saw last time. I actually really think this is fine for what he's doing here. Dragoon's got to move back just a bit. Range a little ways from being done, and of course Dragoons rallied on down. And major pressure about to rain down upon the bunker. We'll see how his repairs are. I'm actually a little bit worried about that barracks position. It can sometimes gum up SCVs repairing the bunker, and I'm honestly surprised he put the bunker where he did, because that's like a natural concave for Protoss, right? Like if he puts the bunker back here, then the Dragoons kind of there's less room to line him up. He's got 3, that's ballsy too, 3 Marines. I would have 4. We'll see if he can make it work out. Alright, first tank is out, so that part is nice. But he's going to have to be very careful with this tank, especially once these next 2 Dragoons get here. Now, siege is coming up pretty quick. He's got what? 2/3 of the way, so he's about to be able to siege this tank. And then he should be fine. If he retreats all his SCVs, it's a little dicey. But if he just sieges up, leaves a couple SCVs there to block if necessary, he's fine. Alright, so we got 5 Dragoons. Needs to get another one over, but tank is up. So that is going to force Khrane off the bunker for a moment. He's going to go for it. But he's going for it with... Oh, I don't think that's what Darkmatter wanted to do. He's on top of the tanks. He's going to get at least one, but he's not... Oh, he doesn't go in further. That's really surprising. Wow, I did not expect that. I firmly expected him to keep moving in here and at least snipe off the other tank. So he's going to kind of reset things and then perhaps try running it again. Remember, this tank is not sieged. It is not sieged. What am I hearing? I'm hearing attacking sounds, but I don't know what from. So he's just chilling outside right now, sending a few more Dragoons. He saw this SCV. I guess he's afraid to run in there. But Darkmatter only has this one tank. This is still dangerous. Could definitely run in there and snipe that tank. Doesn't know it, but... Oh, that tank is like super snipeable. Oh my gosh. Darkmatter really vulnerable like this. Is Khrane gonna run in there? Now that's gonna gum things up a little better. That's actually a pretty good timing for that supply depot. Dude, you got 6 Dragoons. It's 1 tank and a bunker with 3 Marines. Just go, kill him. He's like 100%. I don't think he can save the tank. Okay, now yeah, there we go. Now Darkmatter's like, okay. That's smart. That's also smart. So now, all of a sudden, much safer for Darkmatter. I think Khrane had a moment, but now I think that moment is gone, and Darkmatter safely has his natural up and mining way faster than Khrane. So pretty good position now for Darkmatter, who's also doing some very nice scouting on the map. I guess looking for any more tech switches or similar such things. Observatory. So yeah, he's just going to transition now, Khrane, into standard play. Unfortunately not able to do a lot of damage to Darkmatter, and we can see very clearly that the supply for DM, despite all these fast Dragoons from Khrane, is right up there. I'm looking at SCVs, and we got 9 down here. Good number there. Oh, wow. He's got 10 there, but he's got less than... Well, okay, he's got... Yeah. Economies are roughly even. Darkmatter, I think, has just a few more in the main, but not by a tremendous amount. eBay floating off, armory comes down, and double Pec 3. Is the guy just on patrol, or is he just actively scouting over here? I don't know. So just continue to make observers and stay on 2 gates. So I think a 3rd base has got to be coming up soon. Oh, I don't know how I feel about this. He's taking a 3rd base closer to Terran, which I generally don't like. It is down a high ground pod, which does help with defending it a little bit, but it's also just kind of conveniently in Terran's line of pushing. And Darkmatter with a boatload of tanks down there, and we're gonna have a timing here from Darkmatter. So yeah, it's 6 fact. And yeah, now you can see the aheadness of Darkmatter kicking in, right? Because Protoss has taken this Nexus, and he's only got 2 gateways, and he doesn't have the money to even put down more gateways, whereas Darkmatter's already at the point economically where he can afford to throw down 6 gateways. Already has a bunch of tanks. This is going to be a very scary timing here from Darkmatter. Protoss is getting a Citadel. That's worth noting. If he goes for DTs, that could be very annoying. And Protoss does, of course, see what's coming. Getting a shuttle out, which is smart. And we're definitely going to add... Okay, so he's adding enough gateways. I'm just curious to see if he's going to make DTs and use that to slow Darkmatter down, because there's... Oh, he's getting... Darkmatter is getting... Okay, so that's not going to be as bad. Can still burn up some scans, but Protoss now adding a boatload of gateways himself, going up straight to 8. Pretty hard probe cut for that. Good response. You definitely have to cut some probes, especially if Terran gets up his factories that fast. And right now is about when Darkmatter should go. If he waits, he's going to kind of miss his window. Like right now, this is like what Protoss has is damn near A-movable. But he's giving Protoss enough time to get out a shuttle, and if Protoss can get a round or 2 in off 8 gates, then Protoss has enough to hold with. Like Darkmatter can still win. It kind of comes down to control. But for the moment, alright, so we're trying to kill the obs. Doesn't quite get the obs. Oh, it needs to bring the tanks up though. Alright, there we go. Now pull the vultures back! No, what do you do? Oh, he wants to... I don't know what he wants to do there. I don't know about that. Losing a few... Whoa, shit! Dragoon AI for the win, or possibly a misclick for the win from Khrane. So that's not the best start. And we'll see if Darkmatter can keep up his macro as he does this push. Right now he's making nothing but vultures. And moving out across the map. So let's see, we got a bunch of speed lots coming. We're missing... Actually, no, I think we got stuff in every gateway. Nope, we're missing 1 gateway. We got legs almost done. So we'll see how Darkmatter's pushing is. He's very much in a line here. There we go, trying to get his tanks into better formation. He's lost a lot of vultures now, and for right now, he's continuing to just move forward very aggressively, trying to use the SCV perhaps to trap a few of the Dragoons. And SCV gets sniped off, and now it looks like Protoss wants to stand and fight. Where is that shuttle? That shuttle is going to add to the fear, and honestly, there's... Well, okay, never mind. There's more vultures than I thought in here. So this still looks okay for Darkmatter, who is continuing to force Protoss back. Where is he going? Oh, he's got a few tanks going out of control, though, and now Protoss moves in, and Darkmatter is not sieged up. This is a fight that Khrane can win. Darkmatter has messed this up a little bit, moving his tanks back, but I think he might still have enough. Nothing in the shuttle to drop, but Dragoons is moving on top of the tanks. And yeah, Darkmatter getting caught with his pants down a little bit. Some mines get down, needs to throw down the siege, but I guess he just wants to keep trying to run over Protoss. Pretty good mines will force Khrane back a little bit, and the push continues. But now, well, Khrane, back up, back up! Ah! Okay, Khrane doesn't back up. Some Goliaths out for Darkmatter, which is nice to get rid of the shuttle. Zealot's still coming in here. Protoss trying to take this fight, reduce this count, and the challenge for Darkmatter now is that Protoss is off of 8 gateways, which is pretty good reinforcements. and Terran gets a little bit stronger in mass. 2 tanks, 3 tanks out in the open, not very strong. A big line of tanks, quite strong. So it's been thinned, and Khrane is definitely capable of holding. I was worried for him at first, but his initial engagement went pretty well, and I think he can hold this off now. In the meantime, though, Darkmatter is playing this kind of economically, right? He's got a 3rd command center up. You know, Protoss is barely sent some guys here, but it's not like it's over. And honestly, now Darkmatter's at the 3rd base, so I mean, if Darkmatter shuts down the 3rd, he's in a great spot. I didn't expect this to happen from Khrane, but it looks like he's going to, because that is a lot of vultures. That is a lot of vultures. Maybe we're going to see a counter here? It's either going to be a counter or a flank. But this base is looking like it's... No, he's gonna flank. Alright, let's see what these vultures can do. Here come a bunch of Zlots trying to get on top of the tanks. Are there needs to target fire the goons with the tanks? Yeah, there we go. Nice target firing. Letting the vultures clean up all the zealots. They will get rid of most of the tanks. Is it enough to clean up Darkmatter's army? It is just barely, but not before Darkmatter goes to the base and assassinates most of the probes over there. Khrane has a lot of gateways, so able to macro pretty decently through that. And actually, no, never mind. It's not over. It's not over yet. Okay, now it's probably over. So Khrane does save his 3rd base, but with losses. And going to be pretty similar economical timings from both players now. Wow, Darkmatter is actually adding... He's up to 8 factories now. That's a little surprising. Probably some missed macro rounds allowing for the high factory number. Yeah, Darkmatter is pretty aggressive with his no sieging. Oh no! Oh Jesus! Okay, well, this is now suddenly not going as well for Khrane. Huge assassination run, and oh no! Darkmatter makes a beeline for the natural! A few mines being laid, but that is a lot of vultures, and the probes are not being pulled. Some definite economic damage going down. That's another 5 or 6 probes there, all forced to run away. And for the first time in the game, Darkmatter holds the supply lead, and still running vultures into the main. Khrane is reacting pretty well with his pulls, but, you know, we can get another 5-6 kills out of this, too. And, alright, well, let's see. Unfortunately, Darkmatter is not really paying attention to these vultures, but there's a lot of kills to be had over here. And Darkmatter at the same time trying to push over to this base. And, I mean, Khrane is doing a pretty good job, all things considered, but it's hard to work with this many undefended locations. And with Darkmatter... Someday Darkmatter's going to land this 3rd command center. Like, honestly, he's doing a lot with his army, but he's not getting, like, if he was just landing that 3rd and macroing up, he'd be getting so far ahead. Now Khrane, Darkmatter finally overextends, I think. Although a 3rd tank does show up, but with a little spreading of these Dragoons, he will clean this up. So yeah, Darkmatter does finally get that cleaned up. So honestly, it's still pretty good defense from Khrane, but those vultures getting in and wreaking some havoc, definitely not good for him. Have slowed him down pretty bad, whereas Darkmatter has been obviously unharassed and has his 3rd base up and running now. Khrane does it as well, but economy a bit stronger for Darkmatter. And again, that's still a very tight supply. Actually, Khrane has a boatload of SU. He should send just a group of probes back here. And oh, Darkmatter's just going to take a 4th. He's got mines all over the map. I can see why he wants to do that. Knows he can bring his tanks out to defend with these mines placed everywhere, slowing down Protoss. Plenty of time to move around and go wherever he would like to go. Do we have science? No, we don't have any of that, but I don't think... Oh, Protoss is actually on his way to Arbiters, so... A little bit of a window there for Khrane. Maybe he can get something done with the Arbiters. Once they are out. Ah! Running into a few mines. Doing his best to clear these out. I like that. Space has not been scouted yet. Darkmatter doing some scouting of Khrane. And no upgrades for Protoss. Does Darkmatter have any? He should. He's working on at least his armor, so he probably has his +1 attack. Working on his triple armor. Oh, Vulture's finding some more probes. Trying to get some juicy snacks, but drill on the probes prevents too many more from dying. But we can still see that it's, you know, supply lead here for Darkmatter. Oh, actually, wait, what? Oh, he had to float it out because it was in such an awkward position. Do we have a science facility? I don't think we do. Well, if he's going to want to get to attack, he's going to need a science facility. Again, good mine placement from Darkmatter. He knows exactly where and when Khrane is moving around this map. Pretty much has every location covered. Oh, these dragoons need to be... Oh, never mind, there's an ops there. Also a wall. Rogue tank alert. Going crazy. Honestly, I like Khrane's mine clearing. He's done a pretty good job for as far as things go. Just as I say that, he walks into a boatload of mines. But I was going to say he's done a pretty nice job of not running into mines. My casters cursed him. Back through time, my casters cursed him. Alright, so Darkmatter's still up 20 supply, has his 4th base up. Pretty good mines on the map. I think he's liking his position quite a bit. Getting that +1 upgrade, getting that science facility. Ooh, very nicely timed. So he is going to be able to go straight into his armor. Do we even have a forge for Khrane here? Yeah, he's getting his first weapon. Is it his first weapon? I think it's his first weapon. Yeah, he's working on his first weapon. How far? Not very far, so definitely behind in upgrades. We'll see how quickly Darkmatter goes into that attack. Probably not super immediately. Khrane at what, 9 gateways? Trying to take his 4th now, but I mean when the Terran has his 4th and you only have your 3rd, yeah, you're not usually feeling pretty good about that game. Finally getting some of these mines off the middle of the map. Still no upgrades started here. And, alright, siege comes up from Darkmatter. And, oh man, Khrane is not babysitting his army. Bad time not to be babysitting your army. Oh my god. Literally almost all of his dragoons got melted. High Templar are desperately throwing down some storms to prevent hot pursuit from the vultures. But, I mean, that was just a solid control group wiped off the map right there alone. Well, Darkmatter swinging over to the other side as Khrane moves across. Still no upgrade from Darkmatter. He seems to have forgotten about that. Arbiter maybe looking for a good stasis opportunity. The Goliaths are on top of it. I don't think he has Goliath range, though. Didn't feel like it. Alright, here comes Arbiter. Is he an EMP? No, no. EMP? EMP? No. No, stasis. Engagement. Alright, here we go. We got an engagement from Protoss. But there's very few Dragoons in this and quite a lot of Vultures, so I don't think these Zealots are going to do a whole lot. And it's a really nice setup from Darkmatter here. And Protoss' army is just absolutely melting. Tanks really widely spaced right into an arc. And Khrane says GG, has nothing left. Knows he can't stop Darkmatter from pushing his 4th after that attack. And Darkmatter takes the game, takes the series 2-0.